Hi, my lovely people. Section 107 fair use allows us to talk about it, and that's what we are here to do. Please don't go out of your way to dislike anybody we talk about in these videos. It is for entertainment and reaction purposes only. It is my opinion and my opinion only. Now, baby, we're going to talk about this today. We need to have a conversation. I don't know where to start when it comes to this, but the first thing I'm going to say is I do read my comments and I do react to my comments. And I want everybody to realize when we talk about situations, we're talking about situations. The situation with Chrissy may be different than the situation that someone else has experienced. We're talking about her and her timeline and the things that she's saying as far as the miscarriage that she had. So let me make that clear, okay? I thank everybody for sharing their stories and everything in the comments, but we're talking about her. So let's focus on her, right? So the other day, right, she comes out and tells us that she had a miscarriage. She has a story that is totally unbelievable. And like I told y'all in the first video, when I watched it, I thought, I should have clicked on something else. I knew that this was going to be a hot mess. At the end of the day, the math is not mathing. I mean, a mathematician can't make the things that she say add up. When she said that the doctors and nurses, that they were just crying and they were just devastated and they were just comforting her, I knew right then to jump ship that it was a made-up story. First off, I've worked in the medical field. If you are doing anything, you crying or you showing emotion or you going above and beyond and doing things like that is not what they call, professional. That is something they tell us not to do. You can be suspended, you can be fired, and the things go on. Doctors and nurses do not do that. You cannot go personal on something that is business. But she also goes on to tell us, it was a boy and, she was getting ready for the gender reveal. She was out here showing her baby bump. She was out here about to set up for a baby shower and a registry and everything else for her subs. And then yesterday she goes and drops a video claiming that she was only in her first trimester. Now, where did that come from? Where did that calculation come from? Because, honey, like I said a week ago, I've never known any woman in their first trimester to start planning a baby shower. I've never known a woman in the first trimester to start talking about gender reveal and everything else. Let me say this. The first through the third trimester, it goes fast. It's a 9-month thing. But as many people do know, typically you are known by doctors and family members will tell you, until you hit your second trimester or your fourth or so month where, your body is kind of out of the woods, you don't really start celebrating. Some people don't even tell people that they are pregnant until they're a little bit further along, especially not knowing how your body will react, especially after already having 9 children. But you got out here ASAP and was like, I'm pregnant. Didn't she tell us when she said that she was pregnant that she had been feeling sick for a few months and, she had spotting and then she came back and she had no period. So then she took a test and she was saying then, I know I'm a few months along. So how were you a few months along and then a few more months passed and then guess what? Now you were still in your first trimester. She's now... Baby, when I tell y'all, she is now saying that she's going to have a procedure and her nerves are up and her anxiety and everything else. And I'm just sitting here when she dropped this second video and I'm like, play the violins, cue the horn, because at this point, Chrissy, at some point, losing a child, no matter, what age, what form, whatever it is devastating. But at some point, you have to tell yourself this. I am blessed to have 9 children. So if this is something that has happened, then girl, maybe you should not be acting like the way you acting, because there's some people out here that can't have any kids or found out, that it's something rare and only have one and can't have more. It's a lot of other things going on. And the way that she's painting this picture and the way that she's dragging out this story is almost like, girl, everybody know you lying. Everybody knows that it's faulty. You were saying that the baby daddy was about to fly in. You did a video saying he left you and he was about to do this and he was about to do that. And all of a sudden it looked as though you were just on the couch laying there lonely and loony. And then I think that came into play with everything else. I mean, I don't even believe the dad was believing everything that you said. And one thing she said in the video was, once they did not find a heartbeat, right, that she couldn't stand looking at the baby. Then on the next video, she said, well, it really didn't look like a baby, but it was just different positioning. I mean, from the time frame that you're saying that you barely were in your first trimester, is not really something that you can see. But then in the other video, you're saying the look of the baby and this. You were expressing something that was way far along. Also, you were telling us way back, a few weeks ago that you knew the gender and you were going to have a reveal. And I do see that she did erase the community post asking everybody, what gender they thought it was. She had like a little poll going on or whatever. I mean, then you start showing a baby bump. I mean, a woman that has had so many children already has excess stomach skin, so it wouldn't be a baby bump. So I'm thinking that you knew you were supposed to be further along, or you were just lying or trying to build your audience up. Whatever it is at this point, it's almost starting to be disgusting, and it's almost starting to be foul. It's almost starting to just, rub people the wrong way. And every time it's Chrissy, then it becomes okay. Well, if it's Chrissy doing it, then it's okay. If this was Jasmine, then people probably would be calling the hospital, dragging and dogging her out. If it was Olivia, they'd be doing the same thing. When it comes to Chrissy, like I said, just because she can put makeup and a wig on better than these other women, it don't make her any better. It doesn't mean that she won't go just as low as them. It doesn't mean that she's not looking for a YouTube check and a come up. It doesn't mean that she won't go with a storyline that, she thinks can get some subscribers, some views or whatever, or some sympathy or some money. It sure does seem like while you were going through all of this so-called things you were going through, you were sure running a community tab shout out, and you've been fulfilling those. You've been dropping them like it's hot. I guess you were sitting at the doctor's appointment doing the same thing. Like, nothing makes sense. Nothing adds up. It is at this point where I have to call, BS. And I'm going to say this. Her subscribers are going to continue to fall for it because it's Chrissy. Let another one of these women say this, baby, it will be on. And then I was really, really confused because she said that she had a miscarriage when she was with Rod, right? And then all of a sudden she said this was her first miscarriage ever. Honey, it just ain't adding up. Sometimes you can overtalk and let the lie shine. And this is what Chrissy has done. Baby, I'm going to see y'all in the comments.